Hey everyone. For a lot of gamers, their younger years, mine included, was full of game demos and trials. So today, I wanted to take a look back at another Xbox Demo Disc, this time number 25 from December 2003. Right away on the cover, we can see that there's 10 playable demos, including Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six 3, as well as two new downloadable maps for Ghost Recon Island Thunder. And all over this demo is promotional footage for X2 X-Men United. Inside is the list of the entire contents of the disc, listing off every playable demo, video showcase, and feature, while the back cover is just a full-sized ad for the X2 X-Men United DVD set. After putting the disc in and turning it on, right away we get a full trailer for the DVD release of X2 X-Men United. It kind of throws me off to think that this movie is over 20 years old, but I guess that's the case. Once we make it to the main menu, the trailer is once again playing in the little video section of the main menu with the listings for the entire contents of the disc on the right hand side. So I figured we can start from the top and check everything out. First up, the Download Center. There's supposed to be two new maps for Ghost Recon Island Thunder, but because I don't have a save file for the game, it won't let me do anything here. This is a cool way to get bonus content for games though. I always thought downloadable content on these discs added some great value, even though I couldn't make use of it for myself. Next, the main reason for the disc, the playable demos, starting with the cover game Rainbow Six 3. In the demo, you take control of your squad and need to make your way through the level. I actually thought the demo was pretty good. It gave you a pretty good idea about what to expect if you were to buy the full game. You can control your squad and send them around corners or keep them behind you as backup, entirely up to you. I did find the shooting to be pretty rough though. I found it extremely difficult to tell if I was actually damaging the enemy or not, but the concept of the game and the ability of the demo to showcase what to expect worked quite well. You can use night vision along with thermal vision to see in the darkness, and the demo ran decently well, but I personally was just really bad at the game. The second demo on the disc is Armed and Dangerous. This is a third person shooter that had a bit more to the game than I expected. A couple of different weapons and enemy types, but surprisingly had environmental destruction with buildings being blown up. Honestly, I was pretty caught off guard by that. The demo was relatively short, about a 5 minute segment of a level, but it was designed to showcase a few different elements of the game, so that was pretty nice. In fact, this demo actually had a second mode you can try, and this was a pure tower defense. I'm not sure how this is connected to the first segment because it's an entirely different style of game. It was just waves of enemies, and you control a turret on a track, and you need to protect your town. That's basically it. As a tower defense, it was pretty simple, but it was fun to be able to take out hundreds of enemies in a short period of time. It always makes you feel like you're overpowered when you see yourself destroying that many enemies at once. Moving on to the third game on the demo, and it's SSX 3. Now, this is a game I have tried before, but I have never been good at, including now playing the demo. This is an over the top snowboarding game, and for whatever reason, I just want to play it like a Tony Hawk game. I can't help but think the tricks are going to work the same way, and that's just not the case. In the demo, you can choose between two characters, and you race your way down the hill performing tricks along the way. I found that I was having a lot of trouble with landing tricks and hitting the grind rails, but when I did it right, I was having a ton of fun. I also think that the game looks pretty good. It's definitely one of the games that shows off better visuals than the array of different dull browns and grays that are in so many other games from this generation. Next on the demo list is Grabbed by the Ghoulies, and this is a game I've heard about quite a bit but never actually played. I was surprised it was essentially a twin stick shooter, even with the melee combat. Whatever direction the right stick is pushed towards is the direction your attack will go, and it made it rather simple to pick up and play. I did find the hit detection to be rather frustrating, along with the flinch that would happen to my character whenever I got hit. So going up against these little guys was way more difficult than I expected because they would swarm me, then I would constantly be flinching and barely getting to attack back. The demo also included a second mode, which was a challenge mode. Basically, the objective was to see how long you can keep one specific character from taking damage. One hit, and you lose. Honestly, I thought this was rather boring, but it is good to know that there are multiple challenges available in the main game. The concept of the game is fun, the tone of the game is really fun, but there was some definite drawbacks to the gameplay itself. But at the end of the day, the demo did a really good job of showcasing what the game actually is. Next up is the sports section of the demo disc, starting with Madden NFL 2004. Now, personally, I don't like football. I don't care about the sport in general or any of the games. In fact, I think the last football game I ever played was NFL Blitz on the N64 over 20 years ago. Loading into the game, you only have the option for quick play and only have the option to choose between two teams. Now, even though I don't like the sport, I do understand it and I do know most of the rules. I just don't know a lot of the differences in the types of offensive or defensive types of plays. So I was basically just picking plays at random. That being said, the gameplay itself was pretty easy to pick up and play. Pick a play, press that button to pass. Obviously, timing for when the player is open and so on can be a bit more complicated, but it was easy for me to get through the game with little issue. The demo was rather short though, 1 minute quarters, and with the way the computer could play, it was basically possible for one drive down the field to last the entire quarter, which would lead to not a lot of actual back and forth. But it was enough to give a sense of how the full game would play, which I suppose was the point. Next in sports, we have ESPN NBA Basketball, and this was basically the exact same experience, just in basketball form. Quick play, two teams, 3 minute quarters this time. Again, I'm not a very big basketball fan, but I've definitely played more basketball games in my life when compared to football. As for the gameplay, it was relatively smooth. I thought it worked pretty well in terms of passing to the player I intended to and everything like that, except for rebounding. I don't know. It was probably just a me problem, but I felt like I couldn't grab any rebounds in the game. But that's probably just a skill issue and not a game issue. After this was another basketball game. This time, ESPN NCAA College Hoops. Now, I get they want to promote all of their games, but two games that are essentially the exact same on the same demo disc kind of seems like overkill to me. Again, only quick play available, this time with four teams to choose from and a 4 minute half, which actually just completely ended and exited the demo after the first half. So, really, it was just a 4 minute game within the demo. No reason to call it a half because I wasn't allowed to play the second half. It just abruptly ended and definitely caught me by surprise. Throughout all three sports games, I did appreciate the in arena music and the fans cheering. It did feel like a full experience. For the most part, all three were missing the commentators. While it didn't really bother me too much, it definitely felt like an aspect to the full experience was missing. Moving away from the team sports segment, the next demo on the list is Roadkill, and the description for the game says it's a blend of GTA and Twisted Metal, which felt pretty accurate. This did have a cutscene with voice acting before the gameplay, which helped set the tone since there was swearing and a death in the cutscene. Obviously, I don't care. I was just surprised they used this scene for the demo, but I suppose they wanted to make sure the right audience paid attention to the game. As for the gameplay, I tried doing a little bit of everything. Driving into pedestrians, streetlights, other cars, off ramps. I wanted to see how the game world interacted. Some of the ragdoll physics were kind of funny to see, but for the most part, it felt pretty standard. Car damage, blood splatter, gunfire, it's all here, mixed together with pretty decent voice acting and a metal soundtrack. I guess the demo was a specific time limit that was never specified because at one point the demo just faded away and I was sent back to the main menu. Demo over. After that was a cell shaded game called Drake. Stylistically, I thought this game looked really cool. Visually, it definitely stood out from anything else on the disc, which is a good thing for a demo. Gameplay wise, my first time through it, I didn't realize I could slow down time. I basically played it like a run and gun game and was having some difficulty with the aiming, but my second time through was completely different. Slowing down time really changed the feel of the gunplay. This is the game I'm probably most curious to know more about, so in that sense, the demo did its job. But I am still left with a couple of questions. I don't know if there's other weapons to be picked up or not, because I do feel like the game will get way too repetitive if there's no variety in the gunplay. And finally, the last demo on the disc is for Metal Arms, which is kind of frustrating because it's literally the exact same demo from the demo disc number 23 for October 2003, which is a demo disc we've already checked out together here on the channel. I would have preferred for it to be a completely new demo, even if it was for the exact same game, but having the same demo seems kind of pointless to me. However, I do understand that making two different demos would be extra work and money on their part, so while it makes sense, it's frustrating from the player's perspective. While that's it for the playable demos, there's a lot left on the disc itself, so let's head over and check out the features section, starting with the making of Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. To me, this segment is actually quite cool. This is the type of behind the scenes stuff I find fascinating. The section is about 9 minutes long, and while there are interviews with actors and developers, a lot of what they say is quick soundbite answers. This feels like it's a long trailer for a full size documentary that I don't actually believe exists. But seeing the similarities in between the movie and the gameplay scenes, why they put the first person shooting and third person fighting gameplay in the game, is all things that interest me. By watching the segment, you're not going to get any sort of huge realization about the movie or the game, so I can see why for most people there's not a ton of value here, but it's just something I always find fascinating. Next is a music video, and in the description it says, "Yet another tune from the anticipated online edition of Sega GT." The song is called "Where Have All the Rude Boys Gone," performed by Ted Leo slash Pharmacists. While the song and music video was fine, it's not really a song I'm going to listen to a bunch or anything. I thought its presence on the disc was pretty random. It definitely felt more like an ad for the song instead of an ad for Sega GT Online. To end the features section, we have a true crimes instructional video. This has some funny moments in it, but more importantly, it's entertaining. It'll keep your attention as it goes over some of the different elements of the game, like targeting, using multiple weapons, or hand to hand combat. While it's not really giving anything too new or exciting in terms of gameplay elements, it's at least delivering it in a unique way, which helps this stand out as a pretty memorable aspect of the demo disc. Moving to the next section of the disc, we have the video showcase section. This is basically pure video trailers for a large assortment of games, starting with Area 51, which looks like a first person shooter. The trailer as a whole was only 30 seconds long, with the gameplay part lasting 8 seconds, so there's really not much to say about this. It's an alien shooter, I suppose. Next was Arx Fatalis, with no narrator or gameplay sound effects, just ominous music. It was pretty hard to tell what was happening in this trailer. I can't really tell if these were gameplay segments or cutscene segments. I can't really tell if the gameplay is first person or third person. Most of the time, I pick and choose sections of each trailer to show you, but I'm just showing you this segment completely unedited so you can see why I'm so confused. Maybe if you enjoy this type of setting, you might find this interesting. But for me, this was a pretty poorly made trailer as it didn't garner any interest at all for me. Onto a trailer that is way more up my alley, Backyard Wrestling. To me, this just looks like dumb fun. With a 90s 2000s punk rock soundtrack and over the top wrestling, this trailer definitely shows off the vibe of the game in a way better manner than the previous trailer. This trailer is just over a minute long and is right to the point the entire way through. Showing off multiple characters and ridiculous maneuvers, there's no way you're wondering what the game is going to look or play like after watching this. So, in terms of getting their point across, this was a pretty decent trailer. Next is a trailer for Deus Ex Invisible War, which is also featured in the video showcase section from the Xbox Demo Disc No.26 for Holiday 2003. Now, I'll be honest, I actually don't remember if it's the exact same trailer or not, but even if it's not, I just feel like they could have used the spot for something else since it was already included in another disc. The trailer itself was pretty good though, voice acting, cutscenes, a bit of story lore, just no actual gameplay footage, but I think people can tell the type of tone this game is going to have. After that was Hunter the Reckoning Redeemer. And again, this was actually featured on a previous disc we looked at together. However, this time it's a trailer, whereas last time it was a feature that, if I remember correctly, included small interview clips from some of the developers. Honestly, a lot of the clips shown here is the exact same from last time, just in a more concise manner. The next trailer was for Metal Arms, and considering there's a demo for this game on this disc, at first I felt like this was pretty unnecessary. However, as the trailer went on, it kind of made me feel like the game has a more of a Ratchet and Clank vibe to it in terms of the gameplay, but I never really got that feeling while playing the actual demo. This trailer also shows off more weapons or vehicles that you can control, and honestly, just did a really good job of showcasing the game in a pretty good light. Moving on to the next one, we have Robin Hood, Defender of the Crown, which was a feature on the October disc. And I remember thinking that the game looked pretty boring that last time. And this did very little to change that. The cutscenes look okay, I suppose, but the gameplay just looks so stiff. It doesn't matter if it's the bow and arrow stuff or the sword combat, there's just very little about this gameplay that looks fun to me. Including the sports games from earlier, this is probably the game that interests me the least. The next trailer is Spy Hunter 2, and this was pretty short. It basically kind of looked like a scene from any action movie. Nothing wrong with that, and it might be fun to play, but as a trailer, I thought it looked extremely generic. It looked like someone could tell me it was from a Fast and Furious game, and I would have no idea that that was wrong. Next up was a trailer that I don't think we need to spend a lot of time on because it's for Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. This was basically just a shortened, more polished trailer with pretty much the same footage from the 9-minute feature earlier. It was fine because it was so short, but the 9-minute feature was way more interesting to me. And to end the section, we have True Crime Streets of LA. This trailer was pretty good. It made the game look extremely fun if you like the style of violent open world game. It wasn't afraid to show off being ridiculous and over the top, and while it didn't leave much to the imagination, as a trailer, it showed off what the game is going to play like in terms of gameplay and tone. Along with the instructional feature from before, I think this game had one of the best displays on the demo disc. Moving to the next section, this is an entire area all about X2 X-Men United, starting with a 3 or so minute little documentary about Nightcrawler. Again, this type of stuff is really interesting to me. Why they chose the character, how they decided to portray him, and so on. These are all fascinating details to me. Honestly, I kind of wish this was longer, but I also get this has nothing to do with video games, so 3 minutes probably was the right length of time. Next was a preview of the DVD menu. I did not get to navigate the menu at all. This was a preset video showcasing all the different menus and submenus you can expect to see when you buy the DVD. I thought this was kind of weird. I was never really someone who cared that much about DVD menus. Even the coolest looking menus for some of my favorite movies have basically no space in my memory. I can't tell you what any DVD menu looks like. So having this as a little special behind the scenes preview thing felt pretty underwhelming to me. Next up was the sweepstakes, and it's just a full size ad for the website you need to visit to win a home entertainment center. I think it's pretty dumb that they didn't show the entertainment center here. So, yes, I did try the website, but no, it doesn't work anymore. It just gave me an error, so I guess I'll never know what the prizes look like. Finally, the last two segments in this section is a TV spot, which is just another trailer for the movie, and then what they call the trailer for the movie. Basically, they're the same thing with the TV spot being a much longer version, while the trailer has a narrator. But they basically accomplish the exact same thing. Finally, to end, there's the About the Disc section, which is basically just credits for the people who worked on the disc, and it took about 2 or so minutes to watch. And there we have it. Everything on the December 2003 Xbox Demo Disc number 25. 10 playable demos, 2 downloadable maps, 3 features, 10 game trailers, and a ton of advertising for X2 X-Men United. Overall, I think games like True Crime Streets of LA and Drake had pretty decent showings, while Robin Hood Defender of the Crown and Arx Fatalis did absolutely nothing for me. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up. It really helps out a lot. And don't forget to subscribe for more video game related content. If you want to check out another Xbox demo disc, then be sure to click right here.